Hi, this demo is about how to install WebDNACodeSparker. Um, I hope it goes smoothly. This is, paths and the server administration kind of stuff. That's sometimes where I get a little dyslexic or, just fuzzy-brained, more foggy than I actually am in real life. But for some reason, I just get a mental block sometimes when I have to deal with paths. I have to really think and focus, and then after like 3 or 4 iterations, I realize, oh duh, and then I always get it right. It's just annoying how much time it takes me sometimes. So I hope this demo comes out good. But okay, to start with, you go to the website, WebDNACodeSparker.com. You need to type to www, or maybe not. I'm not sure yet. We're going back and forth on that. The host is pro bono. His graces of his kind nature that some I'm not going to hassle him, but anyway, you go here and downloads, and version 3 is what's up here now. Version 1.04 is going to be up there by the time you see this. Grab the latest, just click, it downloads. This is Chrome, 400K. There you go, it's a zip file. Unload it. It's two folders. Okay, one folder. Oops, it's supposed to be. It should be corrected by the time you get. One folder is the framework stuff, all right, and the other folder is your sample site root. Your stuff, your files, your CSS, your images, index.dna, a sample htaccess. You're going to need that. The htaccess is an invisible file. It's normally named this .htaccess. See, if I tell Mac to go ahead and do that, it's warning me. You can't use a name that begins with a dot because these names are reserved for the system. Please choose another. All right, you can actually force it to do it, but just in the graphical user interface of Mac, it's trying to prevent the newbies from screwing things up. So anyway, in your root, in your web root, you're going to actually need that though. This is the Appleseas demo site here, WebDNACodeSparker.com/Appleseas demo. That's this folder. Okay, and in here you see I've got the .htaccess file. This FTP window here, it's not invisible. The invisible files are not invisible. I can see them. Okay, and that's what this is. When you download your package, this is a sample. I just moved the dot off, took off the dot so you can see it. Open this up in your text editor. Oops. Like I said, this will all be fixed up by the time you see this. Once this is fixed and you open your, it'll say sample htaccess. It's going to look like this. Okay, pound signs are comments in these files. So this is all comment. And then we've got a mod rewrite. This is Apache module, Apache web server software. I don't know about other web server softwares. I barely know about Apache a little bit. You guys with other web servers, you may have this kind of functionality. If you don't, and you're attached to that web server, you're out of luck. This framework is not for you. So get Apache or get another server software that does have rewrite rules. Anyway, once it's on, that's what this is, assuming it's on and running and available here in my htaccess file. And get with your system administrator if this is all like sounding like Greek. If you're Greek, forgive me. If it's sounding like Chinese. Rewrite base means the part of the URL that you want stripped out. I should go quickly because this will take too long to explain everything. Just ask on the list, WebDNA talk list, if you get stuck or elsewhere. These basically mean if someone tries to access your secret stuff, it doesn't let them. And here's the important part. If somebody requests a file in your website that doesn't exist, like, slash some crazy nonsense, slash some crazy more nonsense, you can be sure that folder doesn't exist and there's no file named that in this folder. So what's going to happen? This htaccess file is going to recognize that the file being requested doesn't exist, and it's going to rewrite it, reroute the URL to go to the index.dna while passing this request URI variable. All right, and let's try that. Sure enough, it worked. It loaded this home page just as if I'd clicked that. See, I go back, same thing, even with this nonsense. That's because this rewrite rule. All right, so it's going to load the index file, which when you download the package, that's what this is simulating. This is your web root and this index file. This always gets loaded in every page request of your site. So that's why there's so little in here. I've got this whole site, you know, with menus, stuff, recipes, you know, all this. Where is all that? There's all these pages, food, menu, seasonal. Where are they all? There's only one, and that's because of the mod rewrite. htaccess is funneling, shoveling everything through this gateway, this master controller index.dna. And if you need to debug, if you're ever like coding deep and you want to make like major changes, or you just can't get the paths right as you're trying to install, then what you do is you open up, you know, you see what your browser is telling you, like it can't find, you know, include error, WebDNA include error, such and such files missing. Well, you just start from the beginning. Start with index. Open this up and has WebDNA tags. Put something here and see if you get that in your browser. Whoops, not right here because that's inside of a comment. But like, oh, how about right here? Okay, put a bunch of junk and reload in the browser, and you should see it up here. You should see it at the top of your page. If you don't, you're not even loading your index file. Okay, if you are seeing this, then you are loading your index file. Okay, and once you're in your index file, then it's all just includes from there. So this is some configuration stuff you've got to set. I'll explain that in a minute, and then this include file here, which is going to include directory, which is based on these variables, also that, variable up here, and then WCS system / WCS system init. So if you're not loading that, you're going to see an error. Include error, can't find, or whatever it says, missing file, you know, blah, 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 that. So that means you know you got to fix these paths. And that means you know you got to set these variables right. So make this one equal to the number of the package that you downloaded. In the sample case, we downloaded 103. So this needs to be 103. This was a variable that I set up just for special situations. Depending on your server configuration and how you're setting up your site, you may or may not need this. Defaults to blank. Your app name, Appleseas is our sample. Right? So we're in this example, those two Bananaseas. Bananaseas. Config environment, local dev. Okay, so let's just do this. I'm gonna close this index file, and I'm gonna install this on my local web server. I could install it on the remote web server so it makes it look more like your production environments, but I'm gonna trust you guys doing this, you know what you're doing, or can get with someone who knows what they're doing and can fix these paths, because this demo may or may not be that helpful. I'm just trying. Sorry, like I said, I always figure it out, but you know, I'm not great at this server admin stuff. So to make it easy on me, which isn't the right attitude, but that's what I'm going to do, I'm going to install it on my local system instead of on the remote production environment. Which means, instead of this, I just went here to download for you guys, right? I went here and downloaded. Let's bring up this. Okay, this is my local install. Localhost is my computer. And I've got the Appleseas website, right? Which is just I didn't set up a virtual server here locally. I just put folders in localhost, again, to make it easy on me. Normally, all of that will be your domain. Even if you're on a local host, you may set up a virtual domain such that you can type something.com, looking nice and professional, and it'll still stay on your own development computer. So you just imagine either way you like, okay? But for the purposes of this, from there earlier is the domain, the host. And from here down is as if loading from the root of my site. Okay, so where this is on my computer is here. Apples's. And I've got my web root and the framework package, and that's what's driving this site right here. Okay. But say I want to install a mini site in here, and you can use this framework for the whole site or a mini site, a directory, whatever you want, either the whole thing or just a part of your site. It's really flexible. So let's do it. Let's do WebDNACodeSparker instead of Apples's, and let's do WebDNACodeSparker as a directory off the main directory. So here. Okay. So in this directory, I've got to install the stuff I downloaded. And what did I download? These guys. Okay, now it's installed. Oops. I don't need the zip. And I actually meant to move these here. Okay, this folder was just the thing that I got when I got the package from downloading. And it was containing these folders, and this is the actual stuff I need. Okay. So this one is the framework, and this is my sample site. So let's name this my sample mini site. WebDNACodeSparker web root. Edit the htaccess file. Oh shoot, I did that again. Here, I'm going to go get this. Is what it's supposed to look like, and this will be fixed by the time you get this. Open this baby up, baby edit. Okay, so imagine it looks like that. Save it. Oh. I can't name it in Mac to .htaccess here, so I'm going to do it in terminal. Oh, there's already one in there. It's the same, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay, so now on WebDNACodeSparker web root, htaccess is right.